Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Allstate Hometown High School Football Game of the Week. We're from Northwestern tonight, and it's homecoming for the Warriors as they host the Wildcats of North Union. Tonight's football game is brought to you by your local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Hello, everybody. Lee Riley with you this evening, and as always tonight, we're joined by Gary Littell. And Gary, let's check out some of the keys to victory now for the North Union Wildcats, brought to you by Dave Kale Chevrolet in Mechanicsburg.
Well, first of all, North Union has to be focused and keep their eye on that final target, which is winning this division. Now, they got to stay on the ground, mixing in a few passes, and kind of keep the defense honest. They also need to win, wrap up the Mad River division on their first try. Who are the players you like?
Well, look for offense, number 10, junior running back Trevor Moran, who leads the Wildcats and is fourth in the league with 783 yards. Then you flip it around and you take a look at defense and look at number 71, junior Zach Millar, defensive line, who has 28 tackles and leads the league now with 7 sacks. Gary, what about the keys to victory for the Warriors of Northwestern?
Well, it is homecoming here at Northwestern, and they have to stay focused tonight. And what they have to do is keep up on the defense and really play tough tonight. Also, control the ball on offense, no turnovers. Who are the players you like for Northwestern?
Boy, look for number 9 is junior Ben Van Noord, and leads the team and is third in the league in rushing with 827 yards. Now on defense, check in with number 13 tonight. That is senior Matthew Hart. Matthew, when you call somebody a ball hawk, he is a ball hawk in the secondary, leading the league with 6 interceptions. Now, shall we? Let's check our weekly poll as we see who you think will win tonight's ball game. And the weekly poll right now shows that 71% of you think that, yes, Northwestern is going to take the ball game. You can take part in the weekly poll anytime by following us on Facebook, and you'll find us at www.facebook.com/local TV for me. We're going to have more of the pregame as the teams will be taking to the field very shortly, and we'll be about ready to go as the officials will have them, and we'll have the opening kickoff as well here at homecoming for Northwestern. It's the Allstate Hometown High School Game of the Week. Northwestern hosting the North Union Wildcats on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by Dave Kale Chevrolet, The Security National Bank, and Harding Road Pharmacy.
At Dave Kale Chevrolet and Chevrolet Trucks, we are proud that customers keep coming back to purchase vehicles. Now we have a brand new showroom that will help us serve our customers better.
We give every customer specialized attention to find the right vehicle at the right price, and we have a wide variety of new and used vehicles to choose from.
Visit us at Dave Kale Chevrolet and experience no-nonsense car shopping.
The best place to purchase a new or used vehicle is at Dave Kale Chevrolet in Mechanicsburg, Ohio.
And here we go. Look who's coming out onto the field. Through the gauntlet they come. The homecoming team, the Northwestern Warriors, is there hosting the North Union Wildcats. Now, what do you say? Let's check out the officials for tonight's broadcast. And that is being brought to you by the Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons. And Gary, let's see those men in stripes and who's going to be huffing and puffing down the field tonight.
Our referee tonight is Jeff Keckler. Our linesman is Tim Lehman. Line judge John Weller. Our umpire is Jeremy Lowe. And the back judge, Mr. Rick Marshall.
And they're meeting out there, and I've always liked this. Let's kind of take you right to the field so you can be a part of this, and let's listen in for the coin toss.
Kick off, let's go.
Are you ready?
National Guard coin will be our coin tonight. The eagle will be your head. The National Guard symbol will be the tails. I'll flip it and catch it. North Union, what are you calling tonight? Tails is called. That is heads. You've won the toss. You want the ball. They defer. And which goal would you like to defend? Okay, so put your back to the clock, North Union. Stand and face the clock. Okay, Northwestern won the toss. Defer their choice to the second half. North Union will receive. Gentlemen, shake hands. Have a great game tonight.
And as you just saw and heard, Northwestern wins the toss, but they decided to defer to the second half of action, so they'll get that third quarter kickoff. Sometimes I think that's a smart thing to do, Gary.
Yeah, you don't see it too much. You know, a lot of times you do see it a lot. What you don't see, as we had last week, is they went ahead and wanted the ball right off the bat. So, you know, it's kind of it's like that. Who's faster on the wet surface, the defender or the wide receiver? It's a, you know, it's a 50-50.
It's a coin. You know, it's a
coin toss.
It is a coin toss.
Check this out. This is what happened right before the game. This is Team Fast Tracks, and it's a veteran-owned professional skydiving team based out of Middletown, Ohio. And the team was formed in 2002 as a roster of more than 40 active members and more than 175,000 skydives. So they perform all over the place: NASCAR, Indy, Major League Baseball. And here you come down here with our nation's color. And it was really quite warming and quite, you know, got to hit the heart of everybody here on this homecoming night. And David Hart is the founding member of Team Fast Track. He's a veteran of the U.S. Army, a Ranger, and he has over 6,000 jumps. So
can you imagine?
We're going to sign Lee Riley up for that this week.
No, I can't jump from one stand to the other. You know?
No, you can fall. You can fall.
I can, and I'm a pretty good faller. But there we go. Boy, that was just so neat to see them come down. And a couple of them came down so fast, I thought they were going to take off again. But, boy, these guys know what they're doing.
We were talking about how cold it probably is up there, about a mile high when they left the plane. But it was really neat. They brought the game ball down, and the ball was given to our good friend and athletic director, Jeff Hobby.
Yeah, Jeff's a great guy. He feeds us. We're just about ready for the opening kickoff. Getting ready to tee it up are the Northwestern Warriors. Have a couple of players back deep, one of them being Trayvon Fiesel, who is back deep for the Wildcats of North Union. And I think that other number, if I can catch it, is number 23, Walter Robinson. If it is, it's not. It's number 13. That'd be Ethan Mauser. And I did notice as I was looking over some of these rosters, they're good ball clubs. They're both, and this is kind of the championship for the Mad River Division.
Oh, you
the
bet
way
it
I
is.
look at it.
Oh, you bet it is, because there's only 2 games left. And if you win this game and win out, well, you'll have that side of the division.
Yeah, but the person or the team that wins tonight will be 3-0. And we'll then have a record of 5-3, where the loser goes to 4-3 or 4-4 actually.
Game. It's a really
very
important
important. So we shall see. And as I had mentioned, not a veteran football team, because both of them were playing with a lot of freshmen out there. 16 for North Union and 12 for the Warriors of Northwestern. And here we go, and here is the kick. It's on its way. Low line drive kick. Will bounce, and I think it was touched. No, they say no. They say no. It goes out of bounds. It looked to me like it was touched, but it did go out.
Well, the official down there had a pretty good look at it, and it looked like his hand was out, but he was right there, so he would have called it that it was touched. So you start right there at the
35-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. As the coaches their nerves have got to be peaking too, because we've got a couple of football teams that have played real well coming into the ball game. They've had their moments, but one of the ball players, and I'll talk about him more as we go, is Ben Van Noord, who started out receiving passes and now he runs for touchdowns. Ball handed off. What a nice play defensively. Now you got to remember, as going around that right corner was Fiesel, just couldn't get any running room. And
you can say on this replay here, he's going to get the handoff, and shooting through that gap is going to be Devin Current, who's going to come right in your picture right now, grab him by the jersey and bring him down. And That's a loss of 2 yards.
Well, and they've got to do that all night long, Northwestern, because their claim to fame at North Union is that they can run the football like nobody's business. But they're also running against the number 3 defense in the league. Nice cut up. Got the shoulder pad, but then just ran right through that shoulder pad tackle was Trevor Moran, who has 783 yards coming in. Averages about 7.7 a carry. So, yeah, they can run the football, and they're running well. It is now third down and about 3 to go for the first down, Gary.
And you can see the coach is he's trying to signal these Warriors that you got to watch that corner. You got to bring that edge and get those players into your linebackers so they can do a job. And you can see he's pretty excited about what they have set up, and he wants it changed.
Look at the double wing formation. Quarterback right up underneath center as they hand it off straight up the middle, and that last lunge got the first down for Moran, who is the leading ball carrier, and he's also Moran is a junior, so he'll be back next year.
Comes right up there and gets that first hit, and then he lunges forward and falls forward like you should. And he gets that first down, and it's right there at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, if somebody would have hit him high, that may have just put him back, and it would not have been a first down, but could you, should, or would have, whatever.
Hey, Blake, beat him.
It's a
running
back backfield.
Look at that running back is deep. Look at that. Very deep.
Straight up the middle again, and then stumbling.
He ran 11 yards for 1 yard.
Yeah, he did. As you saw, Gary wasn't half wrong. He was back about 8 yards, it looked like. So Moran gets 1 more yard as he
That's really a
to.
deep lineup, Lee. I've never seen anybody get quite that deep. But he had a good running start. That's like a short yardage. You can maybe see that.
And you're right. He's even the quarterback isn't back as deep as what the running back was. And there's the whistle. It's either somebody wanted a timeout or
it's a timeout.
Timeout on the play. So with that timeout, what do you say right now? We check in with Randall Holzmeyer and meet this week's International Harvester Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Well, hello, everyone. Once again, Randall Holzmeyer back with our IH Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. This week, we're at Urbana High School to meet senior soccer standout Austin Rooney. Being a 3.45 GPA student, Austin's got lots of options for college, and he thinks he's got it narrowed down.
I plan on attending the University of Cincinnati next year for engineering. I haven't really decided what type of engineering yet, but that's something I really want to do.
Austin is a busy young man, being part of DECA, the Kindness Club, and an athletic and guidance office aide. We asked him also about being a member of the First Baptist Church and what it means to him.
Being a part of my church is extremely important. It's something that I've always had my whole life, and I plan on continuing to do in college and beyond college. So it's something that will always be there for me.
Austin's coaches are excited to have him on the team and very much appreciate his flexibility.
Austin, through his 4 years playing here, has always been one of the hardest working kids on the team. He plays many different positions for me. Over the 4 years, he's played defense, midfield, offense. Whatever I needed him to do, he stepped up and no contest, just did whatever we needed, whatever the team needed to win.
So there you have it, folks. Austin Rooney from Urbana High School, our IH Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Now, we want to remind you to go online to nominate your Student Athlete of the Week. We'd love to see you at your school. So, for the IH Credit Union and the local TV for Me television network, I'm Randall Holzmeyer saying, have a great week, everybody. A lot has changed in 80 years, but at the IH Credit Union, some things will never change. The IH Credit Union will always be member-owned and will always do what's right for our community. Stop in today at the IH Credit Union.
And again, Gary, we would like to congratulate Urbana soccer standout Austin Rooney. And you can see the full presentation on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/localtv4me. There's the first pass, and boy, you know, they don't pass a whole lot, but that's was just buzzed right in there.
And that was a Lee Riley, Gary Littell ordered pass.
Yes.
We've done that for 20 years.
How many years have we talked about that? Right over the middle.
It's so effective, and look at where it picked up. Now they're in a short yardage situation. that you want to be in on third down. It's 3rd and 3, and it's very manageable. You got a good running back there, and the quarterback can also run, and it's just the way we've been talking about it for years.
Now, I thought he was going to get that handoff, but there's a man in motion. Pitch back on his way around the right side, as you can see, picking up some steam. Had the corner made, but then it was cut off real quick, was Trevon Fiesel. You know, every time Fiesel touches the football, he gets like 8.3 a run.
Again, another first down, just kind of racking it up. The defense for Northwestern is going to have to kind of watch what's going on right now real fast and make a couple of quick adjustments because they're going outside quite a bit. And the middle, they're doing a pretty good job, but that outside seems to be pretty open. But then again, you got a pulling guard, and then opens that right up.
Well, the one play, the first play of the game, they did get him. They cut that corner off and had nowhere to go. Nice play by the running back, but you know what? It was even a nicer play by the Northwestern Warriors. And I believe that number was number 64, Corbin Spencer, Gary.
And you watch him shoot through here. Corbin Spencer is 240 pounds. Now watch as he makes this move. Quick feet to the outside, lateral movement. Comes back, grabs him by one hand, and throws him.
Look at the strength in that hand.
Throws him down. So that was a good play on the running back, Trevor Moran.
Lost 3 yards on the play, so it's second down. 13 yards to go as the officials.
Back to a passing situation as you see number 3 coming down here, Trevon Fiesel.
You think so? Okay, well, we'll see. One running back in the backfield, and he is going to throw it. Goes to the sidelines. Nice pass.
Right to Fiesel.
Nice pass. And stroking it real nice is Preston Crabtree. And they pick up on the play. Go ahead, Gary.
No, you'll see this. See him down low. He's in the slot. Fiesel slides out to the side of the out of bounds there, right there about the 40. And real nice play underneath the coverage and picks up that couple of yards, but they're still short of the first down.
It looked like he threw right in between the 2 defenders.
Yep, and that's the guy in the slot will always create that opening out there.
All right, wide right, left, as you can see, and calling another man in motion. Gets the pitch. This is considered a pass because he shoveled it up forward, and picking up the first down again is Fiesel.
Boy, he's wiry. He doesn't mess around. If you see what he does, now watch him pick and choose his hole here, and he goes, well, this looks good. Good block in there from my guys. Now I'm going to take it back outside. Have another blocker downfield, but missed that one. But look at how much yardage he picked up. The ball's placed there at the 26-yard line.
But he cuts on a dime. Because after he made that first cut, then
and he took his time. That's the vision downfield.
Who's your guy that used to play for the Oakland Raiders?
Yeah, Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen used to do it that exact same way.
Bo Jackson just went straight ahead over people.
Put his head down and says, choo-choo, here I come. Pitch back. Another running. Boy, they got that corner again. And getting that corner was Trevor Moran.
He picked up another first down, I think. It's going to be very close. They're not moving those markers yet.
Yeah, not yet. Looks like it's going to be
second down. There's your signal from the line judge over there.
About 2 yards.
They're calling it 9. You can see where he is there.
Okay.
About 1 yard across the way there.
17. Yeah, where do they got to go? They got to go to what? The 18-yard line. So it is a second down. But this happened to Northwestern a couple of times. They get the opening kickoff to the other ball club, and they just continue to run the ball up and down the field. Sustained drives, nothing huge, just sustained drives.
Well, look at this. It's already 6:37 left to go in this first quarter. And Fiesel, again, just looking for those holes. It's kind of fun to watch because he's very patient. And if you're a defender, you want to get that tackle, but you got to really watch him. And by the time you think about where you're going to hit him, he's already past you.
Because he's the kind of runner that you go, okay, and you really get aggressive, you're just grabbing at air because he's already cut right back or right out.
Here's Evan Hoffer down here at the bottom of the screen. Just out of your picture is a wide receiver, number 7.
And something you don't see a lot, they've had the quarterback under center quite a bit for North Union. And they pitched it, got it down to about the 10-yard line.
And we got a little shoving and pushing down here. And I think they thought it might have been a fumble coming up with that ball is number 25 for Northwestern. And that's Evan Ager. He's a linebacker. I think he wrestled that ball from him, but he was already down.
Okay.
There's the coach out there trying to give his instructions.
Going to be second down. And what about 7 yards to go for the first down? 5:32. Get down to the 5-minute mark. That's 7-minute drive. not our 8-minute drive, actually.
With some passing
Yeah,
and
with
some running, and pretty balanced so far.
And
Fiesel.
there's a nice cut by Fiesel. Took it up over right tackle, put his head down, and he picked up a few. Not enough for the first down. So he is going to be a bit short.
Now watch this in the middle of the line. The middle of the line is really blocking this up. It's where they get their yardages on the outside. Look, they just stopped that. Probably a gain of 1 or 2 yards, and these two guys still going at it. Numbers 72 and 64. Blocking until the whistle's blown and maybe a little after.
I'm going to do something I used to hear people doing. And I thought, well, that's stupid. This is going to be a short 5 or a long 4. It's 3rd down. And this has been one sustained drive. There's that quick pitch again. And, they had him all bottled up. And all of a sudden just squirted forward, Gary.
Now watch what happens here. He's going to go ahead and make this long pitch. Look at this hole right there. He cuts. And I don't know if there was a block in the back there, Lee, or not, that really made that hole open up. As you look down at the ground, number 64 for Northwestern is lying right on his back, Corbin Spencer. That's something that you might want to watch later on down in this game.
And on that run, he was stopped, but then all of a sudden got that block, cut it right back into the middle, and picked up the first down. So it's a 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. There's the pitch back again. He might get the corner. No. Coming up with a nice play defensively and getting there first. It looks like it was number 2, that being Devin Current, the senior.
Let's just pitch out here again to Moran. He's going to go to the outside, tries to cut back. They made a nice tackle right there, and coming up with that tackle is going to be Current.
Yes.
That's number 2, just getting up off the ground there.
2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line.
And almost this entire quarter at 3:44 left.
You're right. Barking out the signals. Going to hand it out straight up.
And that's a touchdown.
Had absolutely pretty much untouched going into the end zone for the score. The guy that was carrying the ball a lot, Trevor Moran. And, of course, the other one was Fiesel. Here's the touchdown.
Now watch this hole open up. He has a lot of room in there. Watch the blocking by – I'm really impressed by the Wildcats blocking. Look at that hole open up there, Lee. Both of us probably could have gotten through there.
Well, speak for yourself. I'd still be trying to run.
And that touchdown comes at 3:34 of the first quarter, folks.
Well, it's roughly 8.5 minutes. Wow. Ball snapped back. There is the extra point. It is on its way. And it is good from Ricky Wiegand, who has hit 23 now of 25.
Now that comes down to the lead.
Don't forget, leading right now 7-0. And we'll be back with more high school football action brought to you by Jim Twiggs, Allstate Agency, on the local TV for me, Sports Television Network.
Although the world is ever changing, the basic rhythms of life remain the same. One being people's passion to build families, communities, houses, businesses. But turning passion into reality is often challenging. For all of life's moments, count on Security National Bank.
When your ride is overheated, choking, spinning, sputtering, stopped, or just too slow, trust the pros at Muffler Brothers. With locations in Fairborn, Urbana, and Springfield, you're right around the corner from repair service you can count on. Get your car the attention it deserves. See the real pros in town. Muffler Brothers.
The one thing you want to do, folks, is keep the ball out of the opposing team's offense. Well, they did it.
We talked about that coin toss, and Northwestern won it, and they deferred, and that was the end of that first quarter pretty much. They just marched down North Union. I was really impressed with that. And that's that coin toss we talked about. It's 50-50. Is it a good call or a bad call? This one probably didn't work out too well, but let's see if Northwestern can get in the end zone and tie it up.
All right, here's the kick. One back to, what's going to be a short one, straight up in the air. And I thought we might have a fumble there as Kane Voorhees and Evan Haggart kind of came together. Look at that, North Union 4-3, Northwestern Warriors 4-3. But look at that points against for Northwestern. They are the 3rd in the league. But if you have drives like that, you may drop.
Or just want to make sure that that's the only drive they have all night long if
Absolutely.
you're Northwestern. But look at the points for 222 for North Union. And points against pretty close, 147.
147. And both ball clubs got 2-game winning streaks right now. Is Northwestern in pretty tight. They've only got one receiver and actually running the football. As you can see right there, boy, just yanked right down was Gavin Thomas.
He got just hammered there by Luke Dunn, number 62, who's a pretty big body to take care of you. That's 242 pounds hitting you.
Well, you know, for Gavin Thomas, he's got like 288 yards rushing. Or check that, 628 yards. He's only hitting about 49% of his passes, though. So this, again, is another running team. Once they get something going, look out. They may hang on to the ball
Receiver
a while.
open deep.
Heading down and caught out of bounds. Van Ord had the football, but he had also 2 people around him.
Pretty good blocking there up front, as you can see, and there comes the blitzer, number 17, shooting across there, Floria, and he throws the ball, and he might have had his arm hit just at the last moment, and it goes out of bounds, but watch this determination to make a catch, Van Nord.
Boy, Van Nord did
comes
great.
up with it. Yep.
But look at this, Gary. Will this help them later on? Because he is a lot taller than the two defenders.
Definitely, but he's matched up right there with number 22, who's pretty tall himself, 6'1".
All right. Ball snap back. Coming to this side, the leading rusher of Northwestern, Van Ord, who averages some 9.3 a carry, but not that time.
Harley Day making that tackle, a senior. He's 6'6", folks. 207, 6'6". And I think if I look at the roster, he is the biggest guy on that team for North Union.
And if you look across
there he is on your screen there.
Yes, we look across the field. In that hole, a series, they only picked up about 4 yards. It's 4th down at about 6. Waiting for the snap. Here's the kick. Nice wobbly kick, and he kicks it away from the intended receiver. Starts to take a roll for Northwestern, then roll back, and it's finally down at the 24-yard line, where it's going to be 1st down, 10 yards to go. And look at this, 2:09 remaining. Look at North Union, 4-3. They have got 222 points, so they can score. They can score some touchdowns, and they have given up some 47. They are looking at Urbana and Ben Logan, so they pretty much can run the table the way it looks.
The way it looks, Ben Logan is having a lot of young players this year, and they're kind of rebuilding, and Urbana is trying to find its way there. And it's almost the same story for Northwestern.
Yeah.
So that's why this game is so important. But right now, they got to find a way to stop North Union.
Well, they handed off up the middle there, Gary, and
they're not making much room up the middle. It's it's the outside when those guards are pulling. Now you'll watch. Hopefully, we can get to see it on one of these replays as they get down here a little bit. You'll see the guards pull and really open up that hole on the outside.
And I think the corners have got to turn the ball in.
Well, they're reading the ends too, the defensive ends for Northwestern, and if they're coming in, they're going to bounce it outside.
And they are, but then your corners, like we talk about, you got to
Turn it
play
in.
the position. Turn it in. Hopefully you'll have some more help up the middle, which makes sense toward the center of the field.
Now coming down here low is Matthew Hart, one-on-one coverage.
2nd down at about 8 yards to go.
There he goes.
Well, there it goes again, and this one may go all the way. Nice play.
A beautiful tackle. Making that tackle for Northwestern is the cornerback, Gavin Thomas, number 3.
Yeah, because, boy, there was touchdown written all over that. Watch this.
Now watch him break this tackle right as he goes to the outside again. Look at that blocking. There's a missed tackle. That didn't help things out, and then all of a sudden he was going to be gone, except the wiry number 3, Gavin Thomas, comes down there, a 150-pound senior, and makes that tackle.
Boy, Fiesel has been just impressive running that football for North Union. This time they give it to the number 1 running back, Trevor Moran, and he picks up positive yardage like 5. So that's going to be 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the 1st down. Well, we'll call it 5. 2nd down and 5 yards.
Yeah, I think it is a 5 there.
And look at the clock, Gary. 40 seconds remaining.
Pitch
Now,
this outside again.
Now they're going to the edge,
yeah.
but they really spread it out. They made him work for the yard or two that he got.
There,
well, he did get more than I thought he got. Right now he got 6 yards the way that looked the way they were marking it.
Oh, that's.
Yeah,
I'm with you too. I didn't think he got that much at all. He got 6 yards.
He did. First down.
And they've had nothing but first downs, and they've never had to punt so far this game. And this quarter is just about over there with 20 seconds left. Boy, did this thing fly by. Seems like we just had skydivers, and now it's done.
Now it's done.
You're about ready for bed, aren't you?
I am. Get myself a little cup of tea and head to bed. Maybe milk. And that's going to be it as both ball clubs heading to the sidelines. That is the end of the first quarter with North Union leading the Northwestern Warriors by the tune of 7-0. More action coming up with the North Union and Northwestern ball game on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons, Muffler Brothers of Springfield, Urbana, and Fairborn, and the IH Credit Union.
Springfield's Pharmacy is Harding Road Pharmacy, located 1.5 miles north of the hospital on North Plum Street and Harding Road. Harding Road Pharmacy has been locally owned since 1950.
We not only fill prescriptions that are ready when you are, but our friendly professional staff is always available to answer questions and provide free delivery. We're proud to serve our community, and we invite you to experience why Harding Road Pharmacy is Springfield's hometown pharmacy.
Harding Road Pharmacy is open 7 days a week for prescriptions that are ready when you are.
It's time to eat, and you want great Mexican food with friendly service at a fair price. It's time for
My Mariachis.
With 3 convenient locations, you're never far away from a great meal at
My Mariachis.
Don't accept imitations. It's time for
Right now, you're going one possession is all Northwestern has had, and they picked up a total of 4 yards in that possession. North Union is just on top of their game offensively.
Well, they're spreading it around. You want to key in on the running back Fiesel, and then all of a sudden that doesn't work out. Who else gets the ball? Moran, and then you have a couple slant patterns, and boy, they're just mixing it up. And Northwestern has made some adjustments on the outside. I must say that.
Yes. We shall see as North Union is a Division V school rolling to this near side. As you can see, looking over the middle, got a man wide open at the 15, down to the 5, and then slides into the end zone, but that will not be a touchdown. That was just a nice pass play. Owen Davis picked that up.
Now watch, he's going to drop back. Look at the protection he has. He can throw this ball forever, and he's going to throw it all the way down. Look at this wide open receiver, and he gets that. And the only one that can get him, number 3 misses him, and coming up behind him is going to be Nathan Dewey for the tackle for the Warriors. Otherwise, that's 6 points, and they're lined up right outside of the goal line.
All right, right there at the 2-yard line. Taking in, I don't know, the one official is running in. He's saying no, he's about short by about a half a yard.
And that's number 10 again, and that's Trevor Moran. And you can make sure that he's going to get that ball again. A lot of time, this is 4-down territory. It doesn't matter. So if you're Northwestern, you just got to make a stop here.
Well, look how tight that is. Not like my checking account. And it's a quarterback sneak, and it is good. The official finally called it, raised his hand up, and sneaking it in was Preston Crabtree for the 6 points, as there is 6 points on the board, and that's 13 now for the North Union Wildcats.
And he goes right in off that big old line that he has there. And it's kind of funny. We're looking at the roster here, and he wears number 22 as a quarterback.
Yes,
that's something
does.
you don't see
that's
too
a little
often.
strange.
So both of those scores, basically 1-yard runs. This one happens to come. Here's the extra point attempt. And there's going to have a flag because Northwestern jumped. So that touchdown comes at the first minute of the second quarter.
Now they're looking at the sidelines. This is, like Gary mentioned, offsides, illegal procedure. Now that's going to go down to, about the half-yard line? Do you go for 2?
Well, as long as they can keep those long drives, I think you just go ahead and take the points when you can get them. That's what they're going to do right here.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Exactly. Ball snapped back. Nice kick.
Almost blocked.
Yeah, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. There it is, with North Union leading Northwestern by the score of 13-0. We'll be back with more high school football action brought to you by Jim Twiggs, your Allstate agency, on the local TV for me Sports Television Network.
Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons has a 30-year history of serving the ophthalmic needs of the Miami Valley. The Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons specialize in meeting the medical and surgical eye care needs of the entire family. Dr. Larry Fish, Dr. Gary Lau, and Dr. Scott Stork are committed to providing our patients the best medical care with a personal touch. Schedule your appointment today in Springfield, Urbana, London, or Beaver Creek, because seeing is believing.
Well, that time it was Northwestern with about a 3-play drive and used maybe a minute.
Well, let's see if Van Ord can get this kickoff. He's one of the returners back there, and if he can get that ball and turn it and maybe break one loose, we'd have a ball game here at 14-7. But
yeah, it's by no means out of the way. It's just that the offense has got to start clicking if they can ever get the ball back.
And the defense has to start making some tackles.
Yes, they do. Van Ord gets it at the 20, picks it up like a shortstop, and heads up. Field will get across the 25.
And wrestled down by Grayson Beanie, number 2.
There we go. We got our instant highlights. www.facebook.com/local TV for me. The hottest teams, the biggest plays, the winning drives, all in an instant. Just go to the website. Teams will be announced, as we've mentioned before, every Tuesday, and that's where, well, probably just call it the second game right here. First down, 10 yards to go. Let's see if they've made some adjustments offensively for the Northwestern Warriors.
Oh, look at that run.
Yep, he keeps digging and digging.
Looks like lightning hitting, isn't it?
Boy, it is. Oh, something happened there.
They're kind of messing around.
It's been getting a little chippy out there, too.
And there's a lot going down in that pile that's probably not necessary. You'll get to see it here. Watch him turn on the jets here. Right here, he goes boom. And that's a good running back. He stays down pretty low for a big guy like that.
Yes, he does.
You want to not stand up too tall, and that's going to be a personal foul. There it is. There's the call right now on the
face mask, Gary.
Yep, from our.
And that's a face mask against North Union.
That's going to be a call made by Jeff Keckler.
First down.
So you pick up 6 and you walk it downfield about 15 more, and you got the ball just shy of the midfield stripe right now.
And they haven't crossed the 50 yet, so let's see if they can get this thing in the end zone for Northwestern.
And Van Ord again.
Look at there we go outside.
Oh, he found himself a big opening. But did you see, you were right with that speed. He was going into the line, and all of a sudden, bam, to the outside.
Yeah, number 13 is going to close on him. Mauser is going to make this tackle. And watch him hit this. He goes, he hit his own man is what happened. And it bounced him outside. And then coming across there to try to make the tackle, and coming up with that tackle is going to be number 13, Mauser.
Picks up 8 yards on that run.
And that's got to get their momentum going and get that mo working right now.
It's like Van Ord says, come on, let's go. And he's been looking pretty doggone good as they hand it off again, this time over the right side. That will be enough for the first down.
That's Gavin Thomas. And he's quick, too. Remember, he made that tackle on the wide receiver that made that long pass just a few minutes ago, and he's pretty quick, too, to the outside. The outside on both of these teams is having some trouble trying to bring these guys down, and that always tells you a lot of what that line's doing up front.
And Gavin Thomas, no stranger to running the football either. He's got about 300 yards.
Oh, counterplay.
Nice little counterplay in the backfield. Van Ord with a bit of an opening, but then
he was down.
Yeah, I was going to say he was down. All of a sudden, North Union's running the other way with it. Watch this.
Van Ord on the carry, tackled on the play by number 22, Preston.
That's a neat little counter, but look at all those white jerseys on that outside.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was
his elbow.
down.
His elbow does go. His elbow does hit.
But I think, Gary, maybe he had to go wider than what he wanted. He had cut that up right away. That would have added a few more yards. As it is, they got 5. Looking downfield, and everybody had their backs to the quarterback.
That's a face mask,
Is
too.
that a face mask,
Yeah,
or is that a holding penalty?
No, I think it's going to be a face mask. It came out first, unless they do have offsetting.
And Gavin Thomas reached for his face mask, so you're right.
And you had me thinking, too, when that other flag came out. Now, here we go with the call again from Keckler, Jeff Keckler.
And we shall see, as there's 9:07 remaining here in this first half of action. Homecoming for the Northwestern Warriors. And finally, the fans here getting something to cheer about, as this is a nice drive being put together. Let's watch the official.
Yep. Face mask.
There it is, face mask.
And you got to let you folks know at home that Jeff Keckler is not mic'd up tonight. So we're going to give you those calls, and that's moving. 2 penalties have really given Northwestern a shot to get into this with 9 minutes left to go in the half.
But you take advantage, Gary, of what the defense has given them, and if they're doing the penalties, move that ball upfield.
Well, I think the coaching staff for Northwestern has really found something to do right now against this team, and they're doing exactly what North Union did to them.
That's right.
Control the clock.
Van Noord got himself a big opening. I've seen some running backs in high school, but this kid takes the cake because he hits that line of scrimmage and bam, he's gone.
He's impressive. Now watch him stay low right through that hole there, and then he turns on the jets. I don't know where he gets that third gear, but he sure does.
Wow, he does.
It's going to be about the 7-yard line, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is. It's going to be first and goal. Right from, the one stick
8 yard,
they're
looks
holding
like
at the 8-yard line, yeah.
That's a real nice run. And you want to get him active, and you also want to get number 3 active as well, Gavin Thomas, so they don't rely on Van Noord.
All right, as with the football, quarterback keeper is not going to be going too far, as grabbing onto Thomas's jersey was
Zach Millard.
Boy, Zach Millard just said, "I'm not letting you go, son."
That's a do-si-do right there.
So they're going to lose actually about 4 on the play, so it's back to the 12-yard line, and again, it's going to be second and goal from the 12-yard line.
And what happens is you get thrown back again or don't get this yardage back, you're going to be forced to pass. Going out wide down at the bottom for Northwestern is Wade Reynolds. He's at the top there of your screen.
Van Noord moved over, now rolling with the football, looking toward the end zone, and nice play. There's another flag.
How did he see him open? I was looking deeper, and he just just did a little set shot there like he was going for a free throw. Watch this pass, folks. He rolls, and there's a man right underneath him. And right
was that nice?
That's a beautiful play, and coming up with that ball, late hit is going to be the call there. And coming up with that is Nathan Dewey.
Well, there was a flag thrown back here at the 12, and everybody's walking backwards.
Oh, boy. I thought.
Penalty goes against the Warriors. Illegal man downfield.
Oh, boy. Illegal man downfield. So after that, quarterback rolled, a lineman went downfield, and there's your flag.
What was at the 8-yard line, first and goal, is now third and goal, and the ball is all the way back to the 16-yard line.
McGilvery, I'm not sure how many field goals he has.
He's got 2. He's 2 for 4. His longest, though, is only 29 yards on the field goals. Van Noord lines up right next to his quarterback, takes the fake, looking over the middle. That's a nice pass. That was a timing pass, but it's incomplete. I thought he got it, and he almost did, but when he hit the ground, the ball went flying.
Now watch this, and if he throws this high, it could be a pick. So this is the only one that can catch this is going to be the receiver, as you'll watch in the replay here.
But watch how he throws it.
And he makes the slant. He's going to cut across, and he's going to hit it low. Probably could have been up just a little bit, but
you got to catch those.
This is critical right now.
Got to catch those. Quarterback going back. He's being rushed. Looking down the middle, man open and intercepted. If he was in the end zone, they're saying touch back. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line, and
he just puts it up there, and the receiver's waiting for it, and waiting for it is Van Noord, and coming across says, "I'm not going to wait," and he took it, and that's Trevin Feasel.
He's on both sides.
He's
of the
on
ball.
both sides. He's having a heck of a night, and he just eyeballed that thing all the way in. That was a kind of a poor break there for Northwestern because they were at 8 yards out, and then those penalties came back and bit them.
So now we set the ball up at the 20-yard line, going the other way, with the team that's already got a 14-0 lead.
And they ran about 7.5 minutes off the clock on that first drive.
Yeah.
And now there's 7:40 left in the second half. This could be a whole drive and take care of the clock here for the first half.
Yeah, because I tell you what, the offense is not losing any breath. On Northwestern, they haven't had it that long. There's the ball.
Moran.
Nice play as they, again, nailed the corner, and Moran got the corner for a few yards. It's going to bring up second down and about 6 to go, Gary.
Watch this replay. There's the pitch to the outside. Tried to go up in the middle of it, and then he's going around to the outside of the corner, and he's coming clear across, and he's going to go ahead and have a pretty good gain there as he picks up another
about
couple
4 yards.
Yeah,
about 4 yards. So it's going to be second down and about 6 yards to go. Man coming in motion, and there's that fake pitch and handed off right up the middle. You know what they do? What they do, Gary, is Evan Hoffer, it looks like he took that football, but they really exaggerate the play, and you get the defense going one way, and then you're going the other.
And it's almost over-exaggeration.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm in the defensive backfield, I'm really buying that because it's so exaggerated, and then I'm not going to pay attention to it the next time they're going to do that and actually keep it.
Keep it. That's true.
You know,
that's true. But when you watch that, it was just like, it's that first movement, and if you're a defender, you got to go.
Yep.
You got to go. First down, 10 yards to go as North Union starts another drive. And this time, boy, that was a nice play by Feasel.
And then the whole team of Northwestern got involved on that tackle there.
But Feasel started to the outside and found that opening right up the middle and picked up a lot of yardage about, well, they're going to move it back 6 yards. So it's going to bring up second down and 4, Gary.
You know you're in trouble when number 7 is one of your defensive backs playing right there as a safety there.
Very interesting,
and if they get that deep, that's not a good sign.
No, that's not. You may be the leading tackler on the team, but if you're tackling 10 yards down the field, yeah.
And you see that a lot, and you can see that that line's probably not doing their job up front.
Hoffer way down on the bottom of your screen. Man in motion, pitch man gets the pitch.
First
the man
down.
in motion, and just not stopping Owen Davis as he gets it across, well, not across, but right to almost nose on to 45.
Now watch the blocking up front. Watch the white jerseys moving these red jerseys here at the bottom, and they just plow out of there. Look at they're moving them back. Look at that downfield there. Look at they just keep blocking. And that's a pretty sight if you're North Union, because that's exactly what you want your offensive line to do, not just hit the first guy, but just keep going and pushing them back.
Well, Trevin Gilbert, number 52, watch him sometime, because once he starts to block, he holds that block, it seems like forever.
And it keeps going.
Yes. So we'll see. Moving the ball once again is North Union. Now they pitch it to this side, as you can see, and doing kind of a head fake. There's a flag thrown out at about the 47-yard line. And we'll see what that's about. Normally, you're going to find some kind of holding penalty or block in the back.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding penalty against the Wildcats, so that's going to move them back. Clock's at 5:55. And
well, you know, you weren't
pushed back
kidding
across the 50 this time now.
You weren't kidding when you said there's 7:41, and the way they've been moving the football, they may just finish out the second quarter. But they shot themselves in the foot that time.
With what? 3 possessions?
Yes. All right, the ball is going to go back to the 42-yard line where it's going to bring up first down, but this time it's going to be first down and roughly about 13 yards to go for the first down.
It was hard to believe we've only had 1 punt, and that was from Northwestern.
That was the first
drive. Their other
possession,
they had the interception, so that took care of that.
All right, moving out. It looked like it was going over to the bench, but actually just setting up out wide as the receiver, Hoffer.
Look at Feasel in the backfield. He's excited just coming on the field. He's ready to go. This kid.
Give me the ball, Coach.
There he goes. See?
Look at him. Well, and he's got that nice move, nice play by the defense, but he's got that nice move. He fakes inside and heads right to the sideline.
Now, if you're Northwestern and you see him coming in the field from the sideline as excited, look at, you can see his head. Now watch his head. He knows it's coming to him in the backfield, folks, at the top. He knows it's my ball. And they did a good job here, Northwestern did, to hold that. See, that end is how they're reading that.
Yes.
How he breaks on that. They got that block on there, but it was this Feasel kid is pretty impressive. He has that interception, plus he just runs. And now here comes down here at the bottom is number 7. We've talked about him, Hoffer. He's right there at the bottom of your screen. See if they go to him. They have trips to the top.
3-man front for Northwestern. There it goes up the middle.
Boom!
It was like being in radio. a rodeo, Evan Hager just went,
Watch this. This will take care of your mouthpiece.
Whoa. Carry your mouthpiece. I love it. Ball is at the 44-yard line, so they're going to lose a yard. Make it 3rd down and 11.
That was some tackle coming across there.
And he's only a junior, Hager is, 5'10", 175-pounder, but that's being aggressive.
Now he's down here. He's playing. He's going to play man-to-man. He's coming out here on this corner man-to-man on number 11, I think, 10 or 11.
I think it's Moran.
Moran, down here at the bottom. Yep.
Ball snap back. Number 22 looking, got a man over the middle and intercepted. What a nice play. And then fumbled, but they're going to say he was down.
Yeah. Number 7, Nathan Dewey. Now watch this, folks. Number 25 running your screen is going to drop back in coverage. Now watch him drop back. And the pass is going to be right over the middle, and that is into double coverage. Didn't throw it far enough, and then a low tackle as he hit the ground.
And
his
he's out.
helmet and shoulder pads is down.
Yeah.
So now Northwestern has almost 4 minutes to get this ball in the end zone and have it only be down by 1 score at halftime.
And you hope Mo takes over now. They should have had at least a score down here at the other end, but threw the interception on a 4th down play.
This is where you get Van Noord out there with a little screen pass, Lee, and let him go.
There you go. Or you hand it off to him and he runs up the middle.
It's a 9-yard gain.
Oh, this guy just runs by people.
I'd like to see him in open field with that speed, just getting him, dishing a pass off to him.
It'd be like Secretariat running down the front stretch, 27 lengths ahead.
Now watch him just he accelerates right now. There you go.
Oh,
and there's a big guy. Now there's some good blocking by the Northwestern, and that's exactly what they need here in the second half as that clock ticks down to 3:30.
All right, 2nd down and about 3 to go for the 1st down. And let's see if they get the drive moving. If they keep handing it to this guy,
real nice tackle.
Although he did get tackled, but still picked up positive yardage. Got a couple of yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1.
Zach Millard in there on that tackle, number 71 for the Wildcats.
That's funny. Now they move the ball back, so it's 3rd down and 3 again. Out wide to the right there at the top of your screen goes Wade Reynolds. Van Noord's got it, and he goes straight up as they're trying to yank that ball out of there. Getting a big piece of the football was Jacob Florio.
And you watch him grab, and some coaches don't like to see that too much on a replay because they want you to tackle, but there's 2:40 left to go in this first half, believe it or not.
Look at Van Noord.
Now watch the hand come in right here at the end, right there, trying to rip that thing out.
Rip it out.
And then there's a little late activity, but nothing called.
A little late activity. Draw play, and just, he was trying to go so fast and get out there, and he had a big opening, was Van Noord, and his feet just went out from underneath him. Couple of wet spots.
I'm not so sure if he hit a player that was trying to block for him or
Did
not.
He?
I'm not sure, but he went down real quickly.
I just saw the feet. The feet were going like you were in a race car, and they were just not going anywhere.
Deep, he's open.
Oh, got a man wide open, and he's being pushed too. Is there? There was some pushing and shoving going on. Now watch this. A little bit too much air under the ball.
I think it was a pretty nice pass.
It was a great pass.
Led him well, and then back shoulder.
Broken up on the play by number
There was some Preston Crabtree. I mean, you can't, because both of them were, doing with the hands. So that's going to go incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 to go for the 1st down.
2 minutes to go.
Oh, 2 minutes to go. Okay. And the clock is stopped, of course, with the incomplete pass. Rolling to the right is Thomas.
It's got to go deep.
He's still looking, and
he just waited a little bit too long. He had an open receiver down there, and I believe that was number 13. I think it was Matthew Hart that was open underneath for a moment. Now watch, downfield, not 30 at the top there, but behind 30, you can't see him in your picture, was wide open for a moment, and he just waited too long, and there you go.
Yeah, and he
it's
lost
4th down territory anyway.
Yeah, but he lost some more yardage. He's all. It's going to bring up now 4th down and what was about 10 or 12. Boy,
throw for dough.
14. Throw for dough coming up at halftime. Security National Bank. Gracie Murphy for Northwestern, and it's going to be Michaela Pressinger for Union, and They're going to be throwing for $500 in cash for the athletic department.
Yeah, when we got here, we were talking to the cheerleaders, and they said, "No, we're going to warm up here shortly."
But I think Gracie is the one that threw it last time, because we talked to another gal who was going to throw it, dark-haired, and this is more blonde.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if she did it last time we were here or not, but we've had some real close calls to get.
Boy, we have, and we've had some winners too. These ladies just line it up, step into it. All right, this is 4th down, and this is probably the smart move, Gary.
Yeah, get it
Don't
out of here.
give them the football to the 50.
In a half a field.
Yeah,
you're right.
And you're going to get the opening kickoff for the second half.
We've seen them throw the ball, so it would just take them a couple passes. They'd be in the end zone. And maybe, unless it's a fake. Let's see.
We'll see. I don't think it's going to be a fake this
Ooh, look
deep.
at, they're coming.
Oh, they are coming. Nice kick. Will bounce at about the 30. Takes a Northwestern roll, goes back to the 10, and then slipping. I think that's the worst he's looked all night is Trevin Fiesel as he went backwards and then slipped and fell at about the 8-yard line.
Oh, thank goodness he's human.
He is human.
Yeah, he was going to come back the other way, and he didn't realize he didn't hear those footsteps behind him, and he was just dumped there. But that could be dangerous too. You lose a fumble there, that's changed the whole complex.
Well, you look where they mark it,
game.
Gary. You're absolutely right. 7-yard line, that would have been punched out of there. Northwestern may have made it, could have, should have, would have, but could have very well got the ball within about 5 yards of the end zone.
And there's the coaching staff over there telling them, we got this game, we're ahead. Do not lose the ball down here. Let's go ahead and take care of this first half in the next minute and 35. I'd be real surprised you see this ball in the air at all. And they'll probably just try to go right out the side that's been working all night long so far.
Yep. 2 timeouts for Northwestern.
Fiesel.
Boy, Fiesel almost got nailed in the end zone.
He met number 51 slamming in there. That's Austin Eubanks.
But number 52 was through there quick, was Colton Knapp. Watch this.
And look at number 51, nose guard here too. Coming over here sliding.
Yes.
And he's going to go kaboom right there.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's all for you.
Yep.
Going to bring up 2nd down, and he picked up maybe a yard and a half. So
and for a big guy there, Lee, that's that's pretty good lateral movement to get there that quick against that Fiesel, because he's like a reindeer running through there.
1:11 remaining. You're coming up with some good ones. I like that, a reindeer. Good. Christmas isn't even here yet.
You probably have your trees up.
Yeah, I do. Oh, what a nice cut back to the middle of the field to pick up the first down, and we're talking about Trevor Moran.
And then you keep possession, and you run out the quarter, 56 seconds left. Watch this little leap here. Coaches cringe when they see this, but he did a pretty good job. And
he did.
Pretty safe jump here when you think about it right there.
Boy, but he got that ball back nice.
Now, at halftime, coaching staff for the Warriors, they have to get that short pass game going that we've talked about, and then keep feeding that ball to Van Noord, and then occasionally when they're not looking, get a pass or something out there to Gavin Thomas and let him work on it. But the line and the defensive line and the defensive backfield have to start making some big tackles here.
There goes Fiesel. Fiesel came to a dead stop because he wanted to cut back, yeah.
See, that's exactly what Northwestern needs to do this second half, and they're not out of this game by any means.
Oh, no.
It's 14-0 as this quarter's probably going to come to a close right now.
Yeah, it's 11 seconds, and it's going to pretty much roll out. I'd be surprised. Yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for the first half with the score 14-0 in favor of North Union. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at that first half scoring, and of course, we're going to be throwing for dough as well. All brought to you by Security National Bank as Northwestern hosts North Union here at homecoming. On the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the IH Credit Union, Los Mariachis Mexican Restaurant, and Springfield Clark CTC.
I'm Nick Jacobson, and I'm a senior in the Electrical Trades program at the Springfield Clark CTC. Currently in my class, we are being taught motor controls and three-phase commercial power. My goal is to further my education through an apprenticeship and become a power distribution lineman, and all I had to do was commit. career opportunities, making meaningful impact today. For more information, visit www.scttc.org.
Here at homecoming for the Northwestern Warriors, they trail North Union by a couple of touchdowns, 14-0. Right now, let's see how the score got to 14-0, Gary.
Well, this first score was in the first quarter at 3:34 left, and it's a 1-yard run of number 10 shooting off that gap there to the right. Nobody touches him. That's Trevor Moran as he goes in for that touchdown.
8.5 minutes.
And here's the second one. Number 22 rockets through there. That's Preston Crabtree. And that's a 1-yard run at 11 minutes and 11 seconds into the second quarter. And that's what we have right there, 14-0.
And that's the end, and that's it. Here at homecoming for Northwestern. Some of the homecoming festivities, we'll find out who the king and queen are. Let's check that out right now.
To crown the 2019 homecoming queen. The 2019 Northwestern High School homecoming queen is Ava Ficino.
Hit the Hawaii 5-0.
And again, we would like to congratulate Luke Macy and Ava Pacino. And congratulations, the homecoming queen and king.
She's standing right there with Matthew Hart. And his dad's up here in the booth, and so is Mom, and they treat us quite well here at Northwestern.
He was the guy to look for on defense, too. We're going to be back here at halftime with the Security National Bank's Throw for Dough from Northwestern High School, Gracie Murphy and Michaela Persinger. So join us again as we'll be right back after this on local TV for me, Sports Network.